Over is going to do first-degree probationary guan-gay for us. He's going to lift his left foot off the ground and hold his balance as he does 2 knife hand strikes. And and he slowly comes back together into the ready stance that you do for green and blue belt forms. He steps with his left foot and grabs with his left fist with his right hand upside down in his belt. It twists up into an uppercut to the body. Then he steps with his right foot with his left hand down in his belt, and it twists into an uppercut to the body. He's going to cross his right hand on top as he steps his left foot in front. And as he steps out, he does a right hooking block, regular speed. He reaches both hands back, steps his right foot back, and does a double knife hand block, low. And then he steps his right foot in front as he crosses his left hand on top and does a hooking block, normal speed. He reaches both hands back and does a double knife hand block low as he steps back with his left foot. He steps that same left foot forward now as he reaches back and does a double knife hand block in a cat stance. And then he reaches back and does another double knife hand block in a cat stance. He steps his left foot in the front. He swings his right foot around behind him. He grabs with his left hand, and his right hand is in a palm heel as he slowly brings it up to the chin. He steps forward and grabs with the right fist, and his left hand slowly comes up to the chin. He reaches his hands out above his head with his palms facing out and his left hand in front. He brings his feet together and knife hand strikes his right hand into his left palm. He turns his right toes backwards and does a double left side kick, 1 low, 1 high. He grabs with the left and does an outside knife hand strike with the right. He tucks that knife hand underneath his arm and does a hammer fist with his left hand. He turns and looks the other direction. He does a right double side kick, 1 low, 1 high. He grabs with the right and does an outside knife hand strike with his left. That knife hand tucks underneath, and he slides his feet together doing a hammer fist. That hammer fist hand reaches up in a palm heel in front of him. He steps with his left foot and grabs with his left fist, bringing his left hand to his belt and slowly down with his right palm heel. Then he steps forward and grabs with his right fist, and his left hand is up doing a slow palm heel down. His right foot does a crescent kick. With his right hand on top, he back fists and he lands in a sitting stance with his back fist toward the front of the room. He reaches his arms back over his shoulder. His back foot, his left foot, steps over as he does a double inner form block. He drops his right hand slightly down as he raises his left hand slightly up. He skips backwards and then brings his right hand back up in an inner form block and his left hand into a low block. He extends his right foot longer out and does a right spear hand to the throat. He brings his hands up and does a left crescent kick. With his left hand on top, he does a back fist in a sitting stance with a He reaches his hands over his back shoulder. His back foot, his right foot, steps over, so he's in a front stance facing the back of the room with a double inner form block. He drops his front hand down, raising his back hand slightly up as he skips backward and does a low block and an inner form block with the left up and the right down. His left hand reaches to his belt as he extends out into a sitting stance and does a slow spear hand to the throat. Both fists start palm up on his belt, and he steps forward and does 2 punches high, a twin punch high. He puts both palms upside down on his waist. He steps his left foot to the side and does a double uppercut to the body. Both of his palms finish facing up. His back leg, his right leg does a front kick with his hands up. He sets that foot down in front of him. He steps his left leg around and does a double knife hand block in the opposite direction he just came from. His left hand reaches to his belt and he steps forward and punches. His palms both go upside down on his belt as he steps and does a double uppercut to the body. He does a left front kick this time. His foot lands in front of him. His right foot swings around in a circle, and he does a double knife hand block in the direction that he just came from. He reaches his right hand to his belt and steps forward and does a punch. Then he goes back to ready stance, and he relaxes.